Have you ever been struck by a moment that feels uncannily familiar? As if you're reliving a scene from a dream you can't quite remember? Even though you know it's new, something about it tugs at your memory, making you pause and question your own experience. The sun warms your skin, a yellow car passes, a dog barks, ordinary details, yet they seem to echo from somewhere deep within you. And suddenly you're certain you've lived this before, as if time has folded in on itself for just a heartbeat. Every detail feels like a memory, but you can't place it. The street, the sounds, the way the light falls, it all feels scripted, yet you know it's not. It's a universal sensation, connecting people across cultures and time. No matter where you are in the world, almost everyone has felt this strange familiarity. For a second, the line between past and present blurs, and you exist in both at once, caught between what is and what feels like it was. You try to grasp the memory, but it slips away like smoke, impossible to hold onto, leaving only a trace of wonder behind. The feeling is strong, but its source is a mystery. You search your mind for answers, but nothing concrete surfaces. Are you recalling something real, or is your brain playing tricks? Is it a hidden memory, or just a fleeting illusion? Déjà vu isn't a memory in the usual sense, it's just a raw feeling of familiarity, unaccompanied by any real recollection. It's as if two timelines cross in your mind, making you both actor and audience, observer and participant in your own story. This duality is what makes déjà vu so compelling and hard to explain. It's a puzzle that fascinates scientists and mystics alike. The sensation fades quickly, but the echo lingers, leaving you with questions that have no easy answers. You're left wondering, what just happened? Was it a trick of the mind or something more profound? Was it a glimpse into a past life, a premonition of the future, or simply a fleeting moment of brain chemistry? Or just a brain glitch, a hiccup in the way we process reality, reminding us how mysterious our minds truly are? This fleeting experience opens the door to deep questions about consciousness, memory, and the nature of time itself. It's a mystery that begins and ends inside our own minds, a gentle reminder that not everything we feel can be explained, and maybe that's what makes it so unforgettable. So, what is this mysterious feeling that can stop us in our tracks and make us question reality for a moment? Déjà vu is French for already seen. The phrase itself hints at the strange sensation, like you're reliving a moment, even though you know it's happening for the first time. It's the name for that intense, almost eerie sense of having experienced a new situation before, as if your mind is playing a trick on you. Unlike a real memory, déjà vu comes with no clear context, just a powerful, fleeting sensation of familiarity that can leave you feeling both amazed and confused. Throughout history, people have tried to explain it in all sorts of ways: reincarnation, psychic visions, even glimpses of the future or parallel lives. For centuries, these mystical and supernatural ideas were the only explanations people had for déjà vu, adding to its sense of mystery. Today, scientists have a different perspective. They call déjà vu a memory illusion, a moment when a new situation feels familiar, but there's no real memory behind it. It's a harmless trick of the mind, a brief confusion in the brain's memory systems that can happen to anyone, at any time. Most people experience déjà vu at least once in their lives, often during youth or times of stress, but it can happen at any age. It's not a sign of illness or anything to worry about. Instead, it's a fascinating window into how our brains create, store, and sometimes misfire reality. By calling it a memory illusion, we shift our understanding from the supernatural to the scientific, from ancient myths to modern neuroscience. The puzzle is no longer about past lives or psychic powers, but about the incredible complexity of our brains and how they process the world. How does our sense of familiarity sometimes detach from real experience, making us feel like we're living a memory that doesn't exist? The answer lies deep in the complex biology of our minds, in the way our neurons communicate and sometimes misfire, creating illusions that feel real. Déjà vu is a reminder of how mysterious and creative our brains can be, always blurring the line between memory and imagination. To understand déjà vu, we must explore the labyrinth of the brain, a place more intricate than any maze we could ever imagine. Within this tangled network, mysteries of memory and perception are woven together, shaping our every experience. Billions of neurons form a vast network, creating every thought, memory, and feeling. Each neuron connects to thousands of others, passing signals in a complex dance that underlies everything we know and feel. Memory isn't a perfect recording. It's a creative, reconstructive process. Every time we remember, our brains piece together fragments, filling in gaps and sometimes altering details without us even realizing. Different brain regions encode sights, sounds, and emotions. Then the hippocampus binds them into a single memory. Sometimes this system hiccups, and the pieces don't fit together quite right, leading to confusion or a sense of familiarity that doesn't belong. Imagine an orchestra. If one musician is off by a beat, the harmony falters. The brain too relies on perfect timing to keep our experiences in sync. In the brain, a timing error can make a new experience feel familiar. This tiny misfire can trick us into believing we've lived a moment before, even when we haven't. This is why memory can be unreliable. Our brains are not perfect machines. They are living, ever-changing systems, prone to mistakes and misinterpretations. We misremember or even create false memories. Sometimes our minds fill in blanks with details that never existed, blurring the line between reality and imagination. Déjà vu is a prime example of this fallibility. It's a fleeting sensation, but it reveals just how easily our sense of reality can be distorted. It shows that our perception of reality is an active construction, not a passive recording. Our brains are constantly assembling the world from countless pieces, making sense of chaos. Our brains constantly interpret and make sense of the world, filtering information, and sometimes making mistakes along the way. Déjà vu is what happens when that process briefly glitches, a momentary slip in the system that leaves us questioning what's real. It's a reminder of the delicate dance of neurons that creates our conscious experience, a dance that must be perfectly timed to keep our reality intact. Even a tiny error can make reality feel strange, reminding us that our minds are both powerful and profoundly mysterious. Scientists have several theories to explain déjà vu. The dual processing theory suggests our brain has two pathways for processing information. If one lags, the same input feels like a memory. Another theory focuses on the hippocampus, especially the dentate gyrus, which helps us distinguish similar memories. If it slips, a new situation is mistakenly flagged as familiar. Attention also plays a role. A brief, unnoticed glance at something can trigger déjà vu when you see it again, moments later. All these theories point to déjà vu as a product of normal brain function. It's not a problem, but a side effect of how our memory systems are organized. By studying these small errors, scientists learn how the brain works when it's functioning well. Each theory adds a piece to the puzzle. Together, they bring us closer to understanding this mysterious experience. Science gives us biological explanations, but pop culture offers a dramatic twist. In The Matrix, déjà vu signals a change in a simulated reality, a glitch in the program. When Neo sees the same black cat twice, it's a sign the world isn't what it seems. This idea has captured the public imagination. Déjà vu feels like a crack in reality, a hint of something hidden. The glitch in the Matrix metaphor taps into our curiosity about what's real. Even those who haven't seen the film use the phrase to describe déjà vu. The concept connects with ancient philosophical questions about reality and perception. The Matrix turned a brain hiccup into a sign of a grand, hidden design. Of course, it's science fiction. There's no evidence we live in a simulation. But the metaphor is powerful, capturing how jarring déjà vu can be. It gives us a story to explain a puzzle our brains can't easily solve. Sometimes storytelling shapes how we think about real psychological phenomena. We have two ways of looking at déjà vu. Science explains it with neural pathways, memory glitches, and processing delays, a fascinating quirk of our biology. The scientific view is methodical, seeking to demystify the experience. On the other hand, science fiction externalizes the glitch, suggesting reality itself is unstable. It's not about evidence, but about exploring possibilities and asking what if. Science breaks down the unknown. Science fiction remystifies it. One looks inward, the other outward. Both try to answer, why does this happen? These views aren't in conflict. They coexist as different ways to engage with mystery. Science reassures us déjà vu is normal. Science fiction gives us a metaphor for the feeling. One gives knowledge, the other meaning. Together they paint a fuller picture of this strange phenomenon. Sometimes we need both to make sense of our experiences. For most, déjà vu is fleeting but intense. It's more than a place looking familiar. It's a gut-level conviction you've lived this exact moment. Sometimes you even expect to know what happens next, though you're rarely right. Déjà vu usually strikes during ordinary moments, a conversation, a drive, a film. The contrast between the mundane and the extraordinary makes it memorable. One moment, life is normal, the next you're questioning time and memory. Some find it unsettling, others fascinating. After the wave of familiarity, confusion follows. Rationally, you know it's new, but part of your mind insists otherwise. This internal conflict is key. You're aware the feeling is real, but also wrong. That's why people often stop and say, whoa, déjà vu. It's hard to describe. A memory with no source, a private glitch in your personal matrix. Each experience is unique, yet universally mysterious. Despite being common, it remains enigmatic. Déjà vu is a shared secret we all experience alone. Why do scientists study déjà vu, a brief and harmless glitch? Because mistakes reveal how the brain works when it's running smoothly. By investigating déjà vu, researchers test models of memory and perception. Brain scans show it's not memory regions but decision-making areas that light up, supporting the idea of a conflict between newness and familiarity. Studying déjà vu also helps us understand conditions like temporal lobe epilepsy, where déjà vu is frequent and intense. Insights from déjà vu could lead to better treatments for neurological disorders. Ultimately, these moments help us tackle the mystery of consciousness itself. Déjà vu is a fleeting glimpse behind the curtain of reality. We've explored déjà vu through science and fiction. Science tells us it's a harmless brain glitch, a rational, reassuring story. For many, that's enough. But the feeling itself often resists simple explanation. In the moment, déjà vu feels real and profound, not just a trick. That's why ideas like past lives or glitches in the Matrix remain appealing. They honor the mystery. We stand at a crossroads. One path leads to neuroscience, the other to imagination. Perhaps both have something to teach us. Déjà vu reminds us how much we still don't know about the brain and reality. Is it just a glitch, or a glimpse beyond the ordinary? Maybe the question itself is what matters most.